come on over to YouTube. I need to build the channel. If you guys didn't catch it, I did do the draw for the first cards. And I put that video up. I was kind of running behind on some time. And the cards I got was Freedom, Finding, and then I got the Sun. Now, one that wasn't shown on that video, I only had 60 seconds, which, oof, I can talk fast, but my Lord. Now, we don't want to hear me. There we go. Now, there was one that was sitting here kind of crooked, and I'm going to take that one off the top of the deck. Because it was just kind of sticking out there, and I was like, what? You guys can say hi when you come on. Hopefully everybody will catch up. Okay, so the one that was just kind of sitting there was the 9 of Winter. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, Freedom, Finding, the Sun, 9 of Winter, Unfounded Fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Let's find out what area of life this is about, though. Freedom. This is about finally just completely stepping out of that cage where you have self-caged yourself in the past, and it's actually held you back in your life now and how you view things. And it could have been many different things that could have caused this. It could have been the way you've been raised. It could have been something that happened in your past, but it basically took your peace away and you got used to living in a certain cage. You caged yourself in a cage to protect yourself. And a lot of people do that. I mean, but this right here is now you're working on finding your true happiness is what this is about. And that, remember the last couple of days we're talking about how the, finding your inner light and just kind of becoming alive again. That's what this is about. That's what the Sun is. Yes, you are on the right path. That's what it's about. And this right here is just a general read for any sign. Each person can pull pieces and parts out. And I'm sure each person can relate to each card, because each person has at one point, unless you're just brand new baby, has gone through certain things in their life. But I do feel, especially around this last moon, and I'll say it again, that there was a huge shift, and you can feel it. There's just something in the air. You can just feel it. And with the 9 of Winter, the unfounded fear, that could be stepping into something that's new and you're just not sure, and it's not something you're familiar with because you're used to an old way, which is being caged. And sometimes we put cages around ourselves. Walls is what they call them. And this person here, they have the key to this. Okay, this one right here, I don't see this person being caged. They're opening up the door. The door is already, dragonfly key. Yep. She's got her hand stuck out and she's reaching for that key because she's no longer going to stay caged within her mind, her heart, her soul, whatever it is. And it could be male or female. All right, let's see what area of life. Hi, Miss Dana. And for some, I also feel that a lot of time has been spent. It's kind of like a thought. Too much time has been spent. Why have I caged myself like this? That's what I'm getting. But there's definitely a reason for it. But the healing we've got the Finding. You see the butterfly? Healing has already begun. And a lot of you, this is stepping out of a cage, a self-imposed cage. And it could be the way people treated you. Life events that's happened that's out of your control. Areas of life, happiness. Finding happiness. What other areas of life? Marriage or some kind of union. Yes. And love. I figured love would show in there. Okay, so this is about, so there's many possibilities this could be. However it applies in your life, then apply it how you will. Coupled or not. And this is talking about the love, finding freedom from an unfounded fear. Are you getting ready to make a step? Are you getting ready to, have you totally stepped out of that cage? Are you working on it? I think you already have. I think you actually have already taken that path. And that path, remember I said that path was going to create a little bit of fear because it's something that you're not used to. So, and you had in the past taken and put a cage around yourself to protect yourself, probably from an event that happened. It could have been, I'm hearing loss. However it applies to you, apply it how you will, but I'm hearing loss, people, places, things, and a lot of times things doesn't always do it. It just depends on what it is per se. It could also be past trauma that's happened in your life. I mean, losing somebody is trauma, very much so. I do agree. However it applies, it could have been the way you're raised. Just think about in the past, whenever you decided to, because everybody at one point in their life, and I'd like to meet somebody if they tell me they don't have or haven't had any walls in their life, because as you get going in your life and as you're getting older, stuff does happen, and you get to where you build up walls to where you can protect yourself, right? Well, these are walls that are coming down. You're opening up that cage because there is something or someone or some situation that has come into your life that you're opening up now. That's what I get. It's showing me love, happiness, and for some of you, marriage. All right. Some of you may already be married, and you could have been married for a while and you've had these walls, but you're finding this sunshine. You're finding this happiness again. And in the past, especially during this last winter, what has been holding you up from this healing process? Fear that, and for some of you, I hear that something's going to happen again. I don't know what that means. But it's not outgrowing the past. It's healing from the past and growing into the future, if that makes sense. Okay. So we've got freedom. So you're finding freedom within, and you're coming out of this cage. So let's see here. Because number one, it's talking about marriage, it's talking about love, and you don't have to be married. It could be a union of some kind. You could be coming into a union together. Okay. If you are not, then don't apply that part whatsoever. Okay. This is just a general read. Pull out the cards that apply to you. This could be about love and happiness. Okay. Love does not just mean about, ooh, I love them. That's not what that means. That's not what it means. You have to first be able to get those walls down. You have to be okay and become right within your own head with whatever situation happened that caused you to be like this, to where you decided in your head, okay, I can't take any more pain. I'm going to protect myself. Good morning, Miss Samantha. And any of the new YouTubers that come on here, or TikTokers or Instagrammers, any of that, this is an open read. So if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you go to YouTube and go to Roosters Peacock Tarot and find this video, which on Roosters Peacock on Facebook, it's got the direct link. Make sure you go directly to YouTube, subscribe to it, and then hit like on the video, and then you can get directly in this chat, because those are just posts up there and it'll just show you the link, but you can't chat. Okay, so make sure you go to YouTube to chat with me, okay? And we're all going to just sit in here and chat for a little bit afterwards. Okay, so anyway. Worst case scenario. It could be the simple fact that I almost feel it stems from one or multiple things. Actually, one stands out that made it feel like it took your freedom. It's like you finally had opened up to life at one point, and then it's like what I'm feeling is it was just taken away. Somehow, however that applies to you, it was taken away. Good morning. Okay, so if you are not married and you're not in a union and it's not heading towards marriage, then read it as first. You're in the stages of, excuse me, I need my coffee. You're in the stages of self-love is what you are. Of self-love. And it's also showing me here, and some of you, it could be lost. Do you see right there? You see the hearts? Do you see that one that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of withered, kind of almost disappeared? Okay, some of you have probably most likely lost somebody. Yes, that feels right. For some of you, that's exactly, I wouldn't be surprised if Spirit shows. Okay, so anyway, what I'm seeing here is no longer, with her sitting here, she's got the peace. And I know I'm kind of stumbling, but there's a spirit here I can feel. And right now I'm trying to get through the cards before, I don't know if they're just visiting or as soon as I said spirit. But do you see the dove? Do you see the dove? Peace is coming back. Yeah, so if I'm ever reading and I start going, yeah, I'm listening or I'm feeling. And a lot of times I'll get touched. Okay, so anyway, freedom and finding. So you're finding freedom within and you're coming out of this cage. Because you know what? You've caged yourself and it's time. It's no longer time to sit there and be in this cage anymore because it's not serving you anymore, because you're actually feeling this more alive, more awake. You know, you've got direction. There could be something or someone that's come into your life. If you are not married, somebody may have came into your life that has actually awakened something in you that you no longer feel like you need to be caged or protecting yourself. I do feel the walls are still up, but I do see you walking through them. I think some kind of decision is going to be made, or is made. I think it's already made, but it has not been. I think it's back and forth. So you're still stepping out of this cage. And if you are not with somebody and it's just you're stepping out of the cage that you put yourself in so you can start living again and exactly attract the people that, you know, soulfully serve each other, not just, you know, I serve you, you serve me. That's not what it's about. It's like attracting equal people, kind of your tribe. Okay. So you're opening back up. This is probably after a lot of solitude and just kind of, you know, just not being yourself. Matter of fact, you probably heard it for a long time. You're just not being yourself. You know, you're not yourself. Okay. Well, a lot of us has heard that, but you know what? As soon as you took that next path, and even though it was kind of scary, especially in the winter, you were thinking this out, because there may be there was a lot of healing that needed to be done in the wintertime. And I don't think it was just something that, oh, I've got to heal today. No, this was something that you've been working on for a long time. But I think something, a person or a situation came back, or an epiphany of some kind came into your life, and actually was like an epiphany probably around, I'm guessing it was within the last part of fall into winter, I guarantee, because it was a universal shift and it was a healing shift. And so it kind of made you kind of face, oh, wait a minute. I need to, why am I being like this? I mean, I can't hold on to this. I know it's not healthy, whatever it is, whether it's the way we treat ourselves, or it's the way we perceive ourselves, or it's the way we perceive other people, or just, you know, I'm just not going to be around people. I can't lie. I've been like that too. We all go through stages, especially when stuff happens. But this is about you starting to feel that spark of life again. That's what it's about. Just starting to feel more alive again. And even though, and it's not going to be comfortable at first, especially in the winter. With as dark as this picture is, I do believe there was some depression here. That's what it feels like. It feels very fog brain, not being able to think, or I'm not going to think about it at all. That's what I'm getting. Oh, I'll do it later. Oh, no. I can't. Nope. And then the next thing you know, you're sad and you're down, and because you're replaying events over and over and over, whatever it is, or how somebody treated you, or how somebody's not there anymore. But something or someone has come along in your life, whether it's family, friend, lover, has come along and actually helped you get the spark back, is what I think. And sometimes just talking to people, it'll be like an epiphany moment, you know? Hey, wait a minute. You know what? Yeah, everything isn't so crappy. But you know what? If I do go off on this endeavor and I try this again, the same thing's going to happen. And maybe you were guilt ridden for something and wasn't yours to hold. You know, it's not, I'm not saying it's funny how the brain works, but the way we protect ourselves when stuff happens, even if it's somebody else's fault or it's out of our hands, we still put blame on ourselves. That's human nature. It's just we are responsible for ourselves not to totally overcome it. I mean, because if it's a total loss of someone, or if it is a harm that was done to you, that's not your responsibility. That's not yours to hold. But we do hold stuff like that. And this is where it's at right now. This is freedom, finding freedom, because a person or a situation has actually kind of helped you open up your eyes. And I don't see it, but the heart chakra, I don't see the card because I haven't pulled it. The heart chakra is open. Before it was very cold and dark. Okay. So yes, that's correct. Ooh, there we go. Do-do-do. Yep. Y'all seeing clear. And some of you, a friendship of some kind is what kind of helped open. Yes, I'll take it. A friendship of some kind has actually helped open up your heart, the cage you put around your heart. All right, that's what I'm getting. You have a great friendship with somebody somewhere, or there has been a friend that actually helped you see a path that kind of, you know, opened up your eyes. I'm getting touched massively. Okay. Helped you see a path. All right. Like I said, sometimes I get it, but there is a spirit here. As soon as I said it was possibly somebody who's passed, and this is most likely somebody who's had somebody pass, and now their heart is opening up again. That's what it feels. Okay, anyway, there is spirit here, and I'm going to see what they say. But let me get through this real quick, okay? So hopefully you guys will know what this is about. Okay, so anyway, with this one here, freedom, finding freedom, unfounded fear, focused on worst case scenario, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So you're no longer just sitting there just wishing something was going to happen. That's not what it's about. It is about now putting it into action and stepping out of the cage and no longer holding yourself there, because it's no longer, it wasn't yours to hold the first time. You know what I mean? It was kind of, what I feel is whatever happened, when you, this is a self-made cage is what happened. It was a self-made cage, and you put yourself within a cage so you could protect yourself so you wouldn't feel hurt anymore. There's a clue, dragonfly. All right, dragonfly. So we've got animals. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It is not cold in here. Do you see all my hair standing up? Goosebumps. All right, spirit's here. No doubt. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be finger marks on me. It's not rough or anything, just. Okay, so anyway, another thing that sticks out to me is owls. But anyway, we've got animals. We've got animals. Anybody on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram? This is being done live on YouTube. So make sure if you want to join in the chat, come over to YouTube on Roosters Peacock Tarot. Find the video and you can get right on the chat, because if you type it up on any of those other ones, I'm not going to be able to see it. I won't be able to see what you're saying. But just come on over to Roosters Peacock Tarot and subscribe to it, and then come to this video and we can chit chat all you want. All right, so we've got animals, and then again, there's the dove, peace. We've got the owl, the wise old owl. Something has come to light for you. Finding inner peace, giving freedom. The sun is now shining. Overcoming fear. There was great strength within friendship. This right here might have to do with spirit that's here. Hold on here. Let's see. Okay, so let's finish this. We've got willpower. You're no longer holding the world on your shoulders. You're now holding the world in front of you, and it's brand new. It's brand new for you. You're now holding the past behind you. The stuff, the moon, it pulls. It's magnetized, right? It pulls the tides. Okay? You're no longer being pulled to the past. You're focusing more on your financial health. And you see, it's not just financial health. You see the tree? Some of you, this has to do with family. This is reconnecting. This is becoming more alive. I'm going to have to, okay. This is actually, it's not blinded faith, but you are going to have faith that you are on the right direction, even though, do you see it's not quite completely sunny, but we've got a ray of sunshine coming down, because they know they're on the right path, and that is exactly what's happening. Having faith. Protection. Know that you are protected. Again, you are protected. Do you see the butterfly? You were protected during this healing, during this transition. And she is holding on to her world. This person has taken and realized that the world is in your hands, and how you think and how you feel is in your hands. And I do feel for some of you, someone has a friend, lover, family member, somebody has stepped in and actually either allowed you by showing you or telling you, or there's something they've said. It could just be being around the person that's actually opened up your heart again. And that's what I'm feeling. And it starts with self-love, and self-love is in order. You can see it just right here. You see how she is actually, it's self-love. And she is, this person here, she is stepping out of the cage. And then dragonfly, I keep hearing dragonfly. And she has the key. All right, she's not going to stay in that cage. She's not going to stay. This is a cage. This is a cage where you have the key. This is a self-made cage or walls. and some are coming down. Why? Because now you're seeing more brighter things. And I do believe because it is a family, friend, or lover that has stepped into your life, and it's surrounding love, happiness, and some of you, you're married or it's heading towards marriage. If you are single, it's about loving yourself and happiness, and you're opening yourself up. You don't have to be with anybody, but you're opening up yourself. You're attracting who needs to be in your life. And you don't technically, and people don't agree with me all the time, but you don't need anybody in your life per se. It's wanting. When you can get to that point where you say, I want that person in my life, that's when it's good, I believe. Okay. But when it's not a needy thing. Now, a person can completely, but you don't have to have them there. You know what I mean? Now, granted, if you're together and something, goes wrong, then that's a different story. I mean, it's kind of like it pulls on the soul, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So it's going from the needy codependent to the independent, to where if you are single, you will be taking and attracting like-minded people, and those people will, when you come together, you're opening yourself up universally to find the person that is going to suit you the best. Then, you know what I mean? After you've healed. Because the way I look at it is when you and a person come together, and I've watched this many times. If you and a person come together, you are at that time, at that moment, how are you feeling? All right. Whether you've been together for a while or, maybe you just woke up from this, but when you get together with a person, are you good at that time? If you're good at that time, guarantee you just attracted that good person. And I'm not saying these are bad people you're attracting. That's not what I'm saying. Now, it depends. If you've got some bad habits, then you watch. You watch at the time of your life when you attract whoever it is, guaranteed they have something similar going on. Okay, you are who you are around. So this right here is talking about happiness. So yesterday it was talking about cutting out people, places, and things that no longer serve you soulfully. Not like, hey, can you go get my coffee, go get my food, no, that's not what I'm talking about. All right. This card right here, clarity. This tells me this is something you already know. You're already working on it. And if you haven't, you are already, you already subconsciously have been, and it's coming to the forefront of the conscious. And therefore, you are gaining freedom because you've decided that's what I want. I want to be free. I'm no longer going to be caged in my head. I'm not going to allow external past, because the past is past. And even no matter how much you want to change it, whether it was bad or somebody's not there anymore, you can't. So you can't guilt yourself. You can't continue to beat yourself up over harm other people may have done to you. It's not your responsibility. Correct? So 3 seconds ago was the past. 1 second ago was the past. Okay, it's gone. And I'm not being rude, because we all have to sit here and really kind of have a come to Jesus meeting with ourselves. And this is for the group of people that you've already pretty much done that. It was rough this last winter, I'm telling you, and it got rougher because what you didn't realize at that time, something had opened up your heart. And you had been used to locking yourself in a cage. Well, now it's taken and it actually excelled your healing. So even though it didn't seem like it the way you were feeling, you're already healing. It could have been a conversation with a friend, family member, lover, somebody somewhere along the lines. It's kind of an eye-opening start happening. And I think, like I said, end of fall, in all the way into winter. And I think it followed you through winter is what I feel. Okay, so we've got friendship and strength. So there's great friendship and strength. And you may even find that you're changing your friends' dynamics, the group. All right. I have very few friends. I've got some, and I have very small group. But you might find that there are people who do not belong in your life are going to be leaving. Now, if they're good friends and you haven't seen them for like 6 months to a year, 2 years, they might just show up and be like, hey, what's up? And go from there like it's never stopped. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. You guys know, my computer died. Okay, so anyway, we've got friendship and strength, okay? This almost feels like it's two people healing together is what it feels like to me. So this could be friendship, family, lovers. The reason I say that is, do you see the two little lion cubs? And it's two people finding strength within each other. So it's like growing together. So however it applies to you. And there is a great friendship here. And it's been established for a while. But you see how she's got her inner light is shining? Yeah, she's now reconnecting with other people. And I think you've been doing it for a little while, but during the winter it was kind of really dark and cold. That's what I feel. All right. Well, I don't feel the spirit right now. Let's see if they'll come back. But when I start talking, yeah, here they are. Never mind. Never mind. You're here. I can feel them. There was a message. I think I don't have my spirit deck, and I'm not going to get up to get it. Let me see if I can get a general here. I started talking about, I was just giving examples about whatever it was that might have caused it, past trauma, loss of a person, and then boom, I felt it. And then I don't know if you guys could see it, but I get cold chills, like everything will stand up. And then sometimes you ask if you're on here, and I can't see the chat anymore, guys. My computer completely died. Oh, but you know what I can do? I know, I'm terrible. I shouldn't be getting up, but I'll be right back. There we go. Tell you what, it was a rush around morning. I'll turn it back on. I can see y'all. But anyway, as soon as I said that, spirit showed up. So it has to do, somebody is watching or was watching at that time. Yep, I'm getting touched. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what it's about. And then, like I said, I'm not going to get too deep into it. But I can tell you, oh, my Lord. Anybody who's done readings for me, I don't know if you can see it here. I've done reading, and when I do my readings, you can't see the finger. Yeah, you can. See the fingerprints? Right there. I did not do that. It doesn't hurt or anything. But when I do readings and stuff, when I've done private readings, you ask anybody I've done readings with, and they'll tell you when spirit shows up. Sometimes, not always, but there'll be just finger pressure marks show up on my arms. Okay, there we go. Now I can see ya. Sorry, it totally kicked it off. Let's rewind that. There we go. Okay, I did get a message about what this is about. This is going to be the situation. There we go. This is going to be the situation around, this is about the spirit that was here. So you guys can figure out, it's somebody on here. We've got the Ace of Swords. All right. We've got the Devil. And we've got the King of Cups. Now, this could be male, female, but actually to me, this represents love. All right, so this is somebody you love deeply, male or female. At one point in the beginning, oh, yes. In the beginning, there was lots and lots of love. But there was something that came along and clouded it, which would be the devil, which could be some kind of an addiction of some kind. That feels right. I'm just told to stop. And for whatever reason, and I was getting ready to read this. So this is about somebody who, this is about couple. You could have been married, headed towards marriage, dating. I'm not sure, but it's showing chain to this person. And it's also, for me, chain to love, but the other one had an addiction. Okay. Anyway, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Okay, I hear whatever it was, it cut deep and it cut sharp. The Ace of Swords is usually a new beginning that was harsh. Okay, there's many more meanings in that. All right, so that's just basically showing you who it is. It could be male or female. I'm not sure if it's male or, let me see which one. Is this you, male or female? Not male, female. Not a male. Okay, so it's a female. There was love. There was some kind of an addiction. The Ace of Swords. I think whatever it was, to give you a hint here, and then I'm going to get the message from what they're saying. I can hear it, but it's kind of like listening through a tunnel. The Devil, whatever it was, that person is no longer here, and it was caused from an addiction of some kind. And I think I feel it's literal. Okay. That's in the literal. All right. Yep. I'm right. I'm getting touched. Now this is Coffee Time Tarot. You guys can rewind this and watch it if you like, but sometimes I do give messages. Sometimes spirit shows up, and I feel compelled to give the message. That's where we're at right now. Sometimes I'll just start answering questions, not questions, like I'll feel something off of somebody that's on the live, and it's a message that my guides want to give you. Because like I said, this is usually just a quick one where you grab your coffee, kick back, relax, and I do the general cards for the day, and then we just get on with their day. But a spirit decided to come today. And I think this is closure. I keep hearing closure. All right, it's telling me a story. That's why I'm not reading them all yet. Yes, it was a woman. Wow. All right, so this female is no longer here. And yes, okay. Female is no longer here. At one point in her life, she used to have a heart of a lion. She loved wildflowers. She had a very happy-go-lucky personality until the addiction came. But I'm not going to get too far into it. I want to get to the message. So these cards right here are just a message telling me, okay, so it was really close connections and family. The reason these are showing right here is so whoever's on here right now, and you don't have to put this up publicly. I am on Facebook. You can go over to Facebook to Coffee Time Tarot or Roosters Peacock and just message me directly. Because I know this is going to resonate with somebody here. This message is for somebody that's on the live with me. All right. And we've got the Six of Wands. So we've got, okay, so, whoa. Yeah, I'm not going to get too far on this one. Okay, so anyway, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Family was very close. Moving on from a situation. All right. The message is, I'm just going to do it that way because I'm not going to get into all details here. At one point, this person was a very charging person, charging forward. And I'm not saying like a dominant type personality or anything like that. They could have. But they really kind of had some devils from the past. And it doesn't necessarily mean addiction. It could have been addiction. But I feel it's more like thoughts and feelings from the past. And the Tower moment came down. Yeah, they were pondering their past is what it was. Yes. And they were sitting here looking out. It was kind of like they weren't focused on anything at that time. And these right here represent people to me. So it's showing me there's two people that were no longer there. This is from that aspect of that person's thoughts is what I'm getting. This is what they're telling me went down. As Two of Wands are sitting in the past. It could have been relationships that they no longer held, but those two ships have sailed and they were holding on to one. And one ship's in the harbor. Okay, so anyway, then the Tower moment came down. I'm not going to get into details how it happened. I'm getting touched again. The devil came down, some kind of decision, and decision to do something. So anyway, the Tower moment came down. Something happened, and that person is no longer here. At that time, that person was not feeling very satisfied whatsoever, and they were really wrapped up in the past, especially about possibly two relationships. That's what I'm feeling about two relationships or two losses. It's loss, okay? But I feel it's more relationship because the third felt like they were holding on to one right then and there, but they weren't looking directly at him. That's what I don't get. Then we got the Nine of Pentacles. This is how they were feeling. This is how they wanted to be, the Nine of Pentacles. They wanted to be the happy home life. They wanted to be freeing in mistake. Everything felt like a burden. They made a mistake. Okay, so the message is they made a mistake of some kind. This is shame. All right. There's many meanings to this one. They were originally working on the Nine of Pentacles, which is a happy home life, working on their money, stuff like that. But it's almost like they felt guilty for doing something. And then the Five of Pentacles, it's shame. They just turned their back on everything for some reason because everything became the Ten of Wands. Then they made a judgment decision. That's when the Tower came down and the devil took them. That's how I'm reading that. That's how it feels right. Okay, so if you know who that is, you do not have to put it directly up here, but that is definitely for somebody on here. All right, let's get to the message. Yes, that's right. Okay. Let's go to the side cards. And this has to do about love too. Dragonfly. What'd I tell you? Rewind it. Was I not hearing dragonfly? Things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So the message that this female has is you need to change, adapt, and heal. So this is exactly what we were talking about today. And yeah, dragonfly. So that definitely means something to someone. I'm telling you, because if you rewind it, anybody who's watched me read, I'm not pulling your leg. Rewind it. Dragonfly was sticking out right here. See the dragonfly? I kept hearing dragonfly. Whoever this is that self-imposed a cage, something good has come into your life. You're now wanting to come out of, so this is where the message to one person's coming. You now have actually coming back alive. Love, happiness. If you're married, getting engaged, whatever it's about, but love applies here, okay? The message from Spirit is dragonfly, adapt, change, and heal. Butterfly. We had butterflies, did we not? Healing the inner child, healing the inner self. This is all about healing. What message do you have for that person? Separation. You need to heal your heart. Whatever it is that's in your life now is good. And you know, and you feel this, but there's some kind of, I feel it's guilt. Like I said, this doesn't always happen, but I'm supposed to give this message because Spirit is here. Dragonfly, the butterfly, which was in the reading. And this reading was not just for one person. It's kind of branched out because the Spirit did show, and now it is for one person. Healing from heartbreak. The message is they have freedom from their addiction. Oof. Okay, I'm assuming this must be somebody that was on here and the message was for. I got night today. Don't want to hear this. Okay, well, that's the message from the Spirit. So, I like I said, I'm going to say I hope it helped. That was kind of rough. All right. I'm not going to dig any farther in that one, but that was the message from Spirit. You need to heal, continue to heal. And what's the saying? Don't shoot the messenger. Okay. All right, guys, what you guys got going on? That is the end of the read for today. Now, tomorrow, I'm not sure if I can get on or not, okay? Because, like I said, it's going to be go, go, go. Matter of fact, as soon as I get off here, it's going to be go, go, go. I've got to get packed. I've got most stuff packed up. I got to get it in the car and get ready for the flea market tomorrow down at Grafton Loading Dock Flea Market in Grafton, Illinois. So if you guys are in the area, come down. You can come directly and see me. Yeah, Soap's going to be right across from us. And I don't just do readings. I do all kinds of stuff. So what you guys got going on? Dana, when are you taking that trip? What is this? Okay. Career. I was just talking about my career. I was like, why is that sitting there? Yeah, I got new beginnings in my career. I'm switching stuff around. What? Was done. Oh, where are you? Samantha, what are you doing today? All right. So yeah, I thought usually after I give messages, Spirit goes ahead and will leave. They didn't. So apparently you do have somebody in your life that has come along, is what I feel. We've got blossoming abundance. It's talking about career as well, but there's financial constraints, you know, maybe tight on money. This is talking about, I'm not even going to read it as Archangel Metatron. That's not what I'm doing. I'm seeing the angels, so that's telling me it's a spirit message. The number 11 is also a spirit message number, okay? Answers clear, answers coming. Okay, so we got cornucopia. So it's like everything that you need is there. All right, so this is the message. Blossoming abundance, and it's showing me the springtime into the summer. Financial constraints. All right, but money is awaiting, like it's money to be made. And carrying connections. And that's from spirit. So whoever that applied to, whatever road you're on right now, it's kind of like they're okay. They're okay with it. You're on the right direction. They want you to be happy. Okay, let's see if it stops now. Because like I said, I was just going to chit chat with you guys. Yep. Healer of the ages. Start healing. They want you to heal. They want you to walk away. This is spirit, right? And they want you to find your light. They want you to walk away from that broken heart. All right. Okay. I think that's enough on that one. All right. If nobody's going to say anything, I'm going to be popping off here because I do have a busy, busy day. I got to get stuff packed up. Everybody's really quiet. Is it one of those days everybody's just real quiet? All right. Well, I'm going to tell for the YouTubers and the Instagrammers and the TikTokers. Like I said, I've got Roosters Peacock here. Roosters Peacock Tarot on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to it. Like the video too if you liked it. And then that tells me how many people, you know, I can tell who's been watching what. And then you're welcome to share it. I'm also on Facebook on Roosters Peacock. Make sure you don't just follow it, but like it as well because it won't update you. And then Coffee Time Tarot on Facebook. And then on TikTok, it's Roosters Peacock Tarot. Okay, guys. There's Monica. I was wondering, were you on here the whole time? If so, you've been really quiet. Monica, are you coming to the flea market on Saturday or Sunday? Yeah, on Roosters Peacock, it'll tell you where we're going to be. You know, as I know where we're going to be, I'll update it. And we're definitely going to be at the Riverside Flea Market in Grafton, Illinois at the loading dock this Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. And I'm right next to the bathrooms. And you can't miss me. I'm like 5'1". Yeah, you can miss me. All right. Do you know what time you're coming? So yeah, if you guys can, do me a favor, make sure you like the video so I have an idea of how many people are actually able to catch up to me from Facebook, because this is kind of new, but I need to build my YouTube channel as well. So I want to make sure I'm not leaving everybody in the dust. And I think if you they're watching, I know it's happening because they told me they're watching it over there and they're trying to talk to me, but they're doing it on the post. They're not doing it that you got to come to YouTube, to my channel, Roosters Peacock Tarot, join it, you know, subscribe to it, and then you can get on the chat. All right. Well, I will be, like I said, right next to the bathroom. Come up, find me. Can't wait to see you. That's going to be so cool. God, it's been forever. I've been wanting to see you. Be cool to meet you. All right, guys. I'm going to pop off here. And if you guys are going to the Grafton Loading Dock flea market, let me know. Give me a heads up because you have to understand, I'm a feel person. So if you show up and you'd be like, well, hi. And I'd be like, I'll recognize you, but I may not know your name. Me too. It'll be fun. Hey, Monica, when you come up, are you planning on are you going to hang out for a while? Yes, you are. Or you got to run. But that would be cool. All right, I'm going to pop off here, guys, because I got lots to do. Monica, I will see you on Saturday. Samantha, are you coming down? Any of you guys? Dana, I think you got a trip, don't you? All right, guys. Yay! She's going to hang out. All right, like I said, I'm not sure if I can be on here for tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be crazy busy. But if you guys want to directly come see me, Grafton Loading Dock Flea Market. It's called the Riverside Flea Market. I think it's the Riverside Flea Market online. Or go to the loading dock in Grafton, Illinois on Google. Google it and go to flea markets and you'll find it. It's in Grafton, Illinois, right on the river. It's beautiful. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Bye.